So we're going to start seated. So I'm actually kneeling on a bolster, and you can kneel if you like, or you can sit, and you can always sit against a wall. We're going to take a new little mudra today. Monica might like this one. Dharma Chakra Mudra. So basically, little Jan mudra here, but connecting the two fingers and then just pulling that in towards the heart center. So these fingers, they can be nice and relaxed. They don't need to be together. They don't need to be rigid, but it's more about the connection of the thumb and the index and the thumb and the index of the other finger as well. The left hand pulls in towards the heart, yes, and the right hand faces outwards. And just roll the shoulders back and down, because even though we're holding that there, I want you to relax the shoulders and relax the elbows a little bit. So sit nice and tall, close the eyes, and take a few moments to become centered. Finding a steady breath in through the nostrils and a steady breath out through the nostrils. Allowing that breath to become easy, steady and rhythmic, equal. And as you become centered towards your breath, take note of yourself today. Your physical, emotional, and your mental state. Your own personal well-being, how you feel. You don't need to dwell on this, you just need to observe. And then letting all of those thoughts go, and any other thoughts that may be pulling you away and distracting you from practice. Now take note of your mudra, the Dharma Chakra Mudra. Dharma being your duty, and chakra being wheel. This mudra actually really brings in a oneness and a centeredness to the heart space, also to calm the mind. And to balance all the systems and the energy centers of the body. And enhances a sense of well-being. Still working with our chakra system today in our Yin practice. We're going to flip the chakra system. We started obviously with the root last week. We're going to be starting with the crown and moving down to the root through the practice. So now finding your spinal breath, flipping the breath as well, and breathing in as the breath travels down the spine to the root, and breathing out travels up the spine to the crown. So a little bit different of breath there. So breathing in travels downwards to the root, and breathing out travels upwards towards the brain, towards the head, towards the crown. Breathing into the root. Breathing out to the crown. Finding that breath steady, easy, rhythmic. Breathing into the root. Breathing out to the crown. I'll let you find a few more of your own pace. Takes a little bit of practice because we ordinarily would go the other way. So if you feel that your breath is synced back, just correct yourself and breathing into the root, all the way to the pelvic floor and breathing out to the crown. And release from that breathing, just coming back to a normal breath and gently release the hands. Keep the Jan Mudra, flip the palms up and just bring the backs of the hands to the knees. Relax the shoulders there, relax the wrists and the elbows. Feel the energy center in the palm of your hand, releasing the mudra, wiggling the fingers, circling through the wrists one way and the other and circling through the shoulders. Bringing some soft and gentle movement back. If you feel that you need to just give yourself a little release through the spine, you can give yourself a seated cat and cow. So the practice starts at the crown of the head, first posture. So we're going to bring ourselves down onto our backs into banana asana. So just coming down and finding a shavasana first of all, taking the feet long, taking the arms out to the side. And just relax through the belly, relax through the spine, let the hips and the pelvis soften, let the feet and the legs release. And this might be the first time that you've actually laid down on your back today, even after waking up this morning. So just notice how the spine feels. Notice how it feels to just lie down on your back. Just take a moment to find that breath once more. So breathing in to the root, traveling down the spine. And traveling up the spine, breathing out to the crown of your head. Relaxing any tension in the face, the head, the neck, and the brain. Couple more breaths, breathing into the root, breathing out to the crown. Then gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little roll, a little massage. Release the head and the neck. And then let's come into our banana shape. So we're going to shuffle the shoulders over to the top right corner and take the hands up above the head. Maybe you take hold of the left wrist and then move the legs over to the right, and the feet can stay apart, or you might wish to drop that left foot over the right ankle. So this is working up towards the crown chakra here. So really feel that the breath travels all the way to the area above your top of your head. And staying here for a number of minutes. I'll let you choose the breath you want to work with each posture. If you like breathing into the root and breathing out to the crown, you can continue with that, or you might wish to flip it around and breathe into the crown and out to the root. Finding stillness. Holding the pose to work towards your own edge. Maybe a very, very soft crescent side bend. Trying to relax through the left side of the body. And breathing out, relax the arms, bring the shoulders and the head back into the center. Release the left leg and return to a neutral corpse pose in Shavasana. And then shifting the shoulders over to the left side of your mat. Lifting up the arms, maybe taking hold of the right wrist and then moving the right foot either by the side of your left or crossing the ankles over one another. Breathing out, relaxing through the right side of your body. And then again, finding that breath, your choice. Breathing into the root or breathing into the crown. And always trying to relax and let go on your exhale breath. Keeping the mind present through the practice of banana asana. Really feeling sensations and the posture. Being aware of the crown chakra above the top of the head. Breathing in, bringing the head and the arms and shoulders back into the center. Realign your spine and then release the right leg into that neutral shavasana. And gently draw the knees in towards the chest, rolling and massaging out. And taking time here to roll over to one side, just gently press yourself up and just come up to seated and into kneeling. And then again, just find that cat and cow. So just release the spine, dropping chin to chest. And breathing in, opening chest, gaze goes to the sky. Breathing out, cat. Breathing in, cow. A couple of times more, just releasing the spine. And coming it back into neutral, coming into our next posture for our Ajna chakra, the third eye. So either choosing to place the head on a block or a bolster. Coming into child's pose, you can bring the hands by the side of the block or bolster, or you might wish to bring the hands back. And just make sure that you're nice and comfortable here. So if you are resting the head on a block or the mat, lengthen the spine, make sure that you give yourself some space. And finding child's pose. And the focus comes towards the Ajna chakra, the third eye, the area of intuition, insight. Allow the area to be soft and relaxed, not tense. And you can almost breathe into that area just between the eyebrows, above the nose. Relaxing the forehead and the temples as you breathe out. And you may even see some shapes or colors appearing behind the eyelids. If the hands were by the hips, just bring those forward. Taking time to come out of child's pose, just keeping the chin towards the chest, pressing into the palms. Take time to just roll up through the spine, keeping the head soft and relaxed, chin to chest. As you roll up, come back up into kneeling, and then gently bring the head up, just to avoid any dizziness, keeping the eyes either softly open or closed. And bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra, and just the soft part of the thumbs, just rest those into the third eye here, breathing in to the root. And exhaling into the thumbs, into the area just above the eyebrows. Breathing into the root. Breathing out to the thumbs. Last time, breathing into the root. And breathing out to the thumbs. Breathing normally, relax the hands down, open the eyes. Just come off of the knees, coming into dangling pose, so a forward fold. And this works with the crown chakra and the third eye. So just rocking back onto the toes, rocking back onto the feet. And you can always use your bolster here to support the head. So if you've got your bolster in front of you, you can rest the head on there, or you might wish to just choose your dangling pose as a full fold and full release. So we're just here for a couple of minutes. Make your choice of posture. All the blood start to flow into the head, into the brain, into the face. Try to relax through the toes, the ankles, the legs. Relaxing into the torso, the spine. Letting the weight release down to the mat. And release the hands, come out of the posture. Widen the feet into your garland pose or malasana. You can sit on a block here if you need to. Lengthening the spine, just giving yourself a little wiggle. Then bringing the hands in towards the heart space and the fingertips pointing up towards the throat chakra, which is where we're going to come into shortly. So just releasing the sit bones down again, breathing into the root and breathing out to the crown. Being aware of the two chakras that we've actually just worked through to balance, clear any blockages, clear any of the prana. And release the hands, lift the sit bones, just heel toe the feet in. Just give yourself a little bit of release and a sway. We're going to come down onto our backs. So your choice here, you can use the bolster or the blocks for your supported fish. This is coming into our throat chakra, so choosing an option that's comfortable. If you're coming to use the blocks, make sure that the block goes down the center line of your spine. And the other block is supporting the head. And you can choose the legs out in front of you or in butterfly, soles of the feet come together, knees out to the side. So arms just rest out to the side, palms face up. If you wish to, you can take a Jan mudra here. The thumb connects with the index finger. You feel that sense of touch with the thumb and index finger. And that energy from the mudra goes all the way up through the arms, into the chest, into the area of the collarbones, and the area at the center of the collarbones near the thyroid. Feeling the throat opening with each breath you take. For the last minute of our supported fish, bring in Ujjayi breath. So that slight restriction at the back of the throat, an audible sound, warming the throat area. And releasing Ujjayi, releasing the mudra, just breathing normally, wiggling the fingers, lifting the legs together if you chose butterfly option there, placing the soles of the feet down, just dropping the knees together and just pressing gently into the forearms as you just lift the head, looking along the body. And then pressing up, just coming off of your prop and rolling back down into Shavasana. Just feeling the spine release and respond. And breathing into the front, the back, and the sides of your neck and your throat, the area where the collarbones meet. And then gently draw the knees in, roll and massage out. Take time, roll over to one side. Bring yourself back up into that seated posture. And turn yourself around into tabletop for cat and cow. So as we come down from the throat, we come down into the heart space. So the anahata. So find a few rounds of cat and cow here, closing the eyes, just moving through all of the chakra system. Crown of the head, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. And just bringing yourself back into comfortable kneel. So 1 minute of reverse prayer, sweeping the hands back around behind you. Maybe the fingertips connect here low down, or you might just kind of touch the knuckles. But if you can, work the fingers up between the shoulder blades. You're going to feel through the back of your heart space. First of all, so sitting nice and tall, just finding 10 to 12 breaths in reverse prayer. Breathing into the back of your heart space. Relaxing shoulders. Feeling the chest opening. Breathing into the front heart space and lung expansion. And gently release the hands from the reverse prayer, bring them round. Maybe you need to circle through the wrists if that was a little tight. Good, let's come into heart pose. So melting heart, sliding the hands forward. You can always rest the head on a block, keeping the hips nice and high above the knees. Just relax into the shins and the tops of the feet, bringing the head down, melting the chest, melting the heart between the shoulders, downwards towards the mat. Each breath out, you're letting go even further. If you wish to stimulate the throat chakra for a little bit more in the last minute, you can rest the chin on the mat in front of you. Sliding forwards, coming all the way into full prone. Swaying out through the hips, releasing the head to the hands, relaxing everything here. And just rolling over onto your back once more, just sliding your hand out underneath you. And it doesn't matter where the head is because we'll switch back around to prone in a moment. So you can gently draw the knees in towards the chest. We're coming down from the heart into the solar plexus now. So we're going to take a nice lying spinal twist. Many options here for yourself. So you can use the block or the bolster to support the leg. So we're going to go over to the left first of all. Over to the right first of all, taking the left leg on top. So make sure that your chest and your shoulders are nicely open to the sky, trying to draw down the left shoulder. Palms are open. As I say, you can rest a knee on a block and taking the attention down towards the navel, just beneath the diaphragm. Breathing into all of the organs there, the digestive organs. Into the stomach. To the intestines. The liver, the kidneys. The spleen, the gallbladder. Each breath releasing any stagnant energy and blockages in the center. Front, sides, and back. And allowing that energy wheelhouse on the solar plexus or the manipura to spin freely. And taking a deep breath in to just bring the legs back into the center. Bring the arms down by the side of you, palms face down, soles of the feet wide, knees drop in towards one another. Restorative rest for a moment. Allow the belly to rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. And then arms come out to the side once more, palms face up, heel toe the feet in, and just choose your option. Moving the legs over to the left, again using a block to support the knee if you need. Drawing the right shoulder downwards, opening up the chest to the sky, keeping the face nice and soft and relaxed. And breathing into this lying twist for another 3 or 4 minutes. Breathing deep into all of those organs, trying to breathe the chi through the meridian lines. Chi and prana The same thing, the universal life force energy. And breathing in, bringing the head back, the knees back, the arms back. Taking that restorative rest in the center of your mat, dropping those knees towards one another, relaxing everything as you breathe out. Being aware that the right and the left sides, obviously, of that spinal twist may have brought different feelings and sensations. Heel toe the feet in, draw the knees in. Keep a little bit of space and width so that the belly can just breathe here and take the thighs to the outer rib cages as you just sway, massaging, rocking, rolling. And then stretch the legs out and roll back into prone position, bringing the hands underneath the head once more and relaxing the belly here, softening through the sacral region, the lower back now. We're bringing our attention down towards the Svadhisthana, softening the sacral, softening the pelvis. Pressing yourself back through tabletop. Sway the hips from side to side. Be aware of the pelvis moving. And then bring yourself back into kneeling, taking the feet together, knees go a little bit wider, and bringing the right hand into the belly and the left hand into the sacrum here. So find that breath in and out, so into the root and out to the crown. So we're already 6 chakras in. You feel the breath through the front palm and your back hand. And the breath is pranayama, prana being the life force, and the yama being control. So you are controlling your breath. And releasing the hands, releasing the legs out in front of you. So coming down onto your backs once more again, choosing your option of block or bolster. Bolsters are obviously more comfortable. We're going to go into supported bridge. We've already done supported fish. So supported bridge. So either the block can be on the medium or the lowest level. And making sure that you feel the actual sacrum. So right at the base of the spine, the bowl of the pelvis, where the pelvis kind of meets the spine, buttocks are hanging over the back of the block or bolster. And make sure here that your spine, your neck are all nicely in alignment, and you can relax the hands down by the side of the body, or you can take them up into cactus. So palms face up above your head. And drop the weight as much as you can into your prop. Feel that the pelvis is getting heavier and heavier with each breath. Really drawing your attention down into that sacral region, the area of creativity, the area of fluidity. And feeling now that all of the chakras are all connected, all the way from the crown right down to the sacral chakra where we're working on now. All of your energy wheelhouses are spinning freely. Energy is flowing through the chakras. Chakra is wheel. And for the last minute, if you wish to, you can stay here, or you might wish to extend the legs long and go into pontoon. Last few breaths here. Exhaling, letting all the weight release. If you chose pontoon, bring right and left feet back gradually, bringing the hands back and just pressing into the feet, pressing into the hands, lifting the hips away from the prop, nice and carefully sliding it out and taking a nice controlled roll down. Feeling the entire spine connect to the earth. Taking that restorative rest. Bringing the hands into the center, just below the dantian here. So making your yoni mudra, that little triangle, fingertips pointing downwards, thumbs connecting. Breathing into that little triangle or diamond shape of the mudra. And our last posture is our butterfly pose, reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet come together. This is bringing our attention down to the root. So you can keep your hands in yoni mudra if you like, because the energy force. The Apan Vayu is pushing down towards the root here, so you can keep your Yoni Mudra if you like, making sure all 10 toes are connected, soles of the feet, heels are connected, and you're relaxing through the buttocks as we bring our attention into the Muladhara, the root chakra. Relaxing the pelvic floor. There's no need to be engaged here. Relaxing everything in the pelvic area, relaxing the sphincter, softening the buttocks. And the last posture, you can find that breath once more, breathing into the root and breathing out to the crown. Last breath here, breathing into the root. Breathing out all the way up the chakra system to the crown of the head, releasing the hands to lift the legs together, placing the soles of the feet wide, dropping the knees in, and just taking a few moments to rest, recover, responding through the hips, the inner groin, the inner thighs. Completes our postures before we come into our final relaxation in Shavasana, drawing knees in, rolling, massaging out, maybe just circling the knees a little bit out and in, making yourself nice and warm and comfortable. You can always use a bolster underneath the knees just to keep the spine nice and soft into the mat, maybe supporting the head with a block. Arms come out to the side of you, palms face up. Relaxing the fingers so they're just naturally curling up towards the palms. You feel that the chest and the shoulders are nice and open, the throat is soft, the facial expression is relaxed. There's no tension in the forehead, the temples, the eyes, or the jaw. And you can relax any breathing techniques, just focusing on being, focusing on resting, focusing on re energizing. Not allowing the mind to wander. It's very easy when we come into Shavasana, when we're lying on our back, there's nothing to do but think. But I'd rather you feel everything that's going on right now with you and your body than thinking about something else that isn't here with you right now. I'll leave you for a few minutes of silent Shavasana and let you know when it's time to come back around. Beginning to take a few deeper breaths. Bringing your awareness back into your room, into your surroundings, onto your mat. And bringing soft and gentle movement into the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe rolling the head from side to side, or choosing to stretch or draw the knees in. Anything that feels good for you. And taking your time to roll over to one side. Gently pausing if you need to before pressing yourself up to seated. Bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra at heart center, just resting the thumbs in towards the heart space. Sitting nice and tall here as you just find a steady and even breath. No focus needed here, just breathing. Just take note if you feel any different from when we began our practice. What benefits that you found from working through the chakra system from crown to root. Maybe you found it different from last week, working from root to crown. And allowing the practice to balance all the systems. The central nervous system, the endocrine system, the digestive system, and also the energy centers of the body. And always giving yourself a big thank you. And I thank you all. Namaste.